The MACC has detained 3 individuals in their probe into corruption allegations against Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's former aide Shamsul Rini. One of them, Albert Tay, was arrested after a raid by the MACC at his residence. Stay tuned for updates on this and other stories on Kini News. The MACC arrested businessperson Albert Tay after raiding his residence in Puchong, Selangor this morning. His lawyer Zaid Malik shared a short clip with Malaysia Kini showing a group of MACC operatives in full tactical gear, including bulletproof vests and balaclavas, escorting Tay, who was handcuffed into an unmarked black sedan. In the video, Zaid was heard asking the officers where they were taking Tay and to speak to the officer in charge.
Siapa pegawai? Tak ada seorang lagi yang dah identify nama dia kepada saya. Kenapa dah halang ni? Hello?
Lawan, tetap lawan.
Mana? Siapa? Nak bawa ke mana ni?
Lawan, tetap lawan.
The officers who had come in several vehicles then took Tay away, only to return to the house minutes later. According to Zaid, they later left with Tay in their custody again at around 12:50 p.m. Speaking to Malaysia Kini, he said they were acting like the law doesn't exist in Malaysia.
Dan saya pun hadirlah pada pagi ni juga. Tidak ada seorang pun pegawai SPRM ataupun pihak polis yang menunjukkan kad kuasa kepada saya. Dan setelah 2 jam berada di sini, diorang beredar patah balik. Sekarang ni mereka beredar kali kedua. Saya sekali lagi telah meminta mereka untuk memberitahu saya ke mana Albert akan dibawa. Tidak ada pegawai langsung yang memberitahu saya. Ya?
Earlier, Mahajot Singh, another lawyer representing Tay, said that MACC officers had raided the residence with a warrant. The council described it as an illegal entry as they had already fixed a date to record Tay's statement on Monday. Malaysia Kini has reached out to the MACC and its Chief Commissioner Azam Baki for comment. Azam later confirmed that MACC had detained Tay along with Shamsul Rini and a woman identified as Sofia Rini. He said this is over allegations that Tay had given money to Shamsul after being purportedly assured that he could recoup the money channeled to politicians in Sabah. In a video, Azam said the 3 were detained to assist with investigations.
Sofia Rini telah ditahan pada 27 November 2025 pada jam 10.30 malam ketika hadir di pejabat SPRM Putrajaya bagi membantu siasatan. Pada hari ini, pada 28 November 2025, permohonan reman telah dibuat di Mahkamah Majisteri Putrajaya dan Majisteri Izzah Zulaikha binti Rohanuddin telah membenarkan Sofia Rini direman selama 4 hari sehingga Isnin iaitu 1 Disember 2025. Manakala Albert Tay yang pada mulanya dijangka hadir pada 1 Disember telah dimaklumkan untuk hadir lebih awal, namun demikian beliau enggan hadir lebih awal dan enggan memberi kerjasama dengan siasatan SPRM yang dijalankan. Albert Tay ditahan pada jam 10 suku pagi di rumah beliau.
Meanwhile, Shamsul was detained at the MACC headquarters at 12:51 p.m. after coming in to give his statement. Azam said the MACC will apply for a remand order for Shamsul and Tay tomorrow. Tay had previously implicated Shamsul in the mining scandal, alleging that he spent 639,000 ringgit on him. Among other things, he claimed to have paid for renovations, appliances, and furnishings for 2 of Shamsul's properties. Videos released on social media also depicted Tay's conversation with a woman who has since been identified as Sofia, an alleged proxy for Shamsul. Shamsul has since lodged a police report against Tay and vowed to defend himself, while Sofia has denied that she is Shamsul's proxy. In conjunction with Malaysia Kini turning 26 and the upcoming Sabah state election, from now to 30th November, you can subscribe or renew your Malaysia Kini package with 25% off. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to enjoy this exclusive offer. Azam also denied claims that the anti-graft agency's officers had pointed a weapon at Tay during his arrest today. In a statement, he said that the arrest carried out by MACC officers at Tay's residence was conducted in accordance with established procedures. He added that a police report has been lodged to enable the relevant authorities to investigate the slander made against the MACC officers involved. He said the police report is also to ensure that no parties disseminate any unverified information, possibly with the intention of disrupting the investigation currently being undertaken by MACC. The claim had been made by Tay's wife, who wished to be identified only as Lee after the raid on their home. While recounting the ordeal, she claimed that officers had pointed a gun at Tay before handcuffing him.
Lepas mereka masuk, Albert Tay sudah turun sini. Jadi mereka terus suruh dia pergi tepi, baring, mau gali dia lah. saya turun dari tangga, mereka pun ambil pistol, memang tunjuk atas kepala. Taklah, ada jarak sikit lah tunjuk dengan pistol. Lepas tu mereka ambil semua phone, semua video pun mereka delete, ambil phone semua delete, semua details yang mereka delete, saya pun tak tahu apa mereka delete sebab saya belum check lagi.
Your phone ke?
Semua, everyone.
Every phone. So,
Everyone in the family, in the house.
so dia ambil phone semua orang, delete something lah.
Memang check lepas tu delete. Tak tahu apa mereka delete lah, saya belum check lagi sekarang. Okey, lepas tu mereka kita kena duduk sebelah satu tempat lah bagi mereka check semua rumah.
Lee also claimed that when they came back to the house for the second time, the officers then used a red-colored device to check her home, seemingly in an attempt to find something. Tay's legal counsel, Zaid Malik, who had recorded the video of his arrest, told Malaysia Kini later that the MACC officer had left for a second time at approximately 12:50 p.m. with the business person in their custody. He said that they did not disclose where they were taking him. Zaid also confirmed that while Tay had been issued a search warrant for his home, the document was sent from an unknown number claiming to be a MACC officer, and they had allegedly failed to state their identity. From now on, you can also listen to Kini News on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. Former Law Minister Zaid Ibrahim has hit back at Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim over his remarks that the resignation of his senior political secretary Shamsul Iskandar Akin was proof that the Madani administration upholds a high level of integrity. Zaid dismissed Anwar's remarks, saying Anwar is at it again, making statements that do not fit the situation. In a post on X, he questioned the integrity of Gabungan Rakyat Sabah leaders who have not resigned despite being implicated in the mining scandal. He asked if resignation is a standard operating procedure of the Madani government, why are GRS leaders still staying put? He also questioned what this says about the allies of Pakatan Harapan. Zaid argued that Shamsul's departure was merely a move to cut losses and had little to do with safeguarding the integrity of Madani leaders. On Tuesday, Malaysia Kini reported that business person Albert Tay alleged that he had spent 629,000 ringgit on Shamsul after being assured that he would be able to recoup the money he had given to Sabah politicians. Shamsul later announced his resignation on X. He said he was made to understand that there was an attempt to attack him with an issue that could tarnish the government's image and decided to defend himself. GRS chairperson and Sabah caretaker Chief Minister Haji Noor has previously accused Tay of being part of a cartel attempting to monopolize mining in the state. Rafizi Ramli has voiced concern over the ruling party's culture of using government machinery and agencies during election campaigns. In a post on X, he said since the unity government was formed in 2022, he has noticed an uncomfortable trend. He claimed that every time there is an election campaign, government agencies start racing to hold programs in hot seats. He noted that large tents and free food may create the impression of strong support, but the crowds are driven not by the strength of arguments, but because the government machinery comes along. Rafizi stressed that this is not a small matter, but a symptom of the same problem they fought for 20 years against BN. He warned that failing to curb the culture of abusing government machinery could affect the credibility of the promised reforms. If those elected on a platform of reform begin repeating old practices, he asked, what hope remains for the ordinary people? Rafizi's remarks came in response to a Bersih report highlighting the issue. Yesterday, Bersih reiterated its call for Sabahans to stand firm against money politics in the state election after documenting nearly 50 incidents that could be considered election offences. Most were instances of treating and giving gifts such as food baskets and free motorcycle oil changes, but there were also several where federal and state government machinery were allegedly used for political purposes. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.